chilling reminder of the ever-present danger in the war on drugs unfolded in northern Mexico February 15th when gunmen shot 2 U.S. immigration and custom agents who were driving through the region. One agent died. That attack came during a recent surge in the violence among Mexico's rival drug gangs and is the latest incident adding to tensions between U.S. and Mexican officials. In a recent interview in the Mexican newspaper El Universal, Mexican President Felipe Calderón again blamed the United States for not doing more to reduce the demand for drugs or the flow of guns into Mexico. Mr. Calderón also expressed anger about U.S. cables leaked by the WikiLeaks website in which U.S. diplomats gave unflattering assessments of the Mexican government's security efforts. He accused the diplomats of exaggerating their concerns to impress their bosses. U.S. Office of National Drug Control Policy Director Gil Kurlikowski says the United States has 2 key goals in the cross-border war on drugs.
That goal of reducing violence is actually critical. The other goal that I would see as a marked measure of success would be to move away from the military doing policing and to have civilian policing that not only is able to handle the job, but civilian policing that is seen as trusted, professional, and competent.
The Woodrow Wilson Center's Mexico Institute director, Andrew Seeley, says the lack of credibility of police with the Mexican public is just one of several problems.
Secondly, prosecutions. Prosecutors tend not to take most of the cases to court. There's limited ability to gather evidence in a way that allows credible prosecutions, and there's a lot of corruption within prosecutors' offices, and people get off pretty easily. And finally, there's a judicial system itself. The court system itself is not terribly credible. I mean, there's huge weight given to the prosecutors when they do bring a case in. Judges rarely see the defendants, and it's very easy in many cases to buy off the clerks of the court.
Seeley says Mexico has undertaken what he calls good constitutional reforms to bolster the rule of law. He adds the United States can provide assistance in key areas, including police forensics and advice from American judges and prosecutors.
I mean, a chance to have a dialogue with people to really help Mexican counterparts innovate in their job and develop the kind of pride in the work that they do by working with their U.S. counterparts. And that's the kind of thing that is beyond what the U.S. federal government does. This is being done in many cases by local jurisdictions, by state prosecutors, by local prosecutors, by judges on their own initiative, and it's a fabulous way for the 2 countries to work together on rule of law.
That emphasis on rule of law cannot come quickly enough in Mexico. Since Felipe Calderón became president in 2006 and began his crackdown on drug cartels, more than 34,000 people have been killed in Mexico. Robert Raffel, VOA News.